Good morning, Dan. Sunday morning. I just got back from how's that? Good. A really great open water swim. The water was 68.1 degrees at shore, so I'm guessing somewhere between 65 and 68. Throughout most of the swim. Cold enough to where you definitely noticed it when you got in, but not so cold that you couldn't maintain core body temp. You just had to keep swimming, so there was no standing once you got to shore. The weather, it was overcast, 55 degrees, and maybe 10 mile an hour, 10 mile an hour winds. So you definitely did not want to stand around either onshore, in the water. You just had to keep moving. So it was good. We swam about a mile. We had 5 of us out: Glenn, Harold, and Aaron, Kurt, and I. And Aaron, Kurt, and I swam without wetsuits. So it was good. Your feet were a little cold. My pecs were cold. That's one thing I noticed was really cold during the whole swim. So, so I figured, since I had this streak of 25 videos since you put one up, that I thought I would add one. So this one I actually went back and watched your video, and I'm going to respond to that one. You said that you referenced the video that you made without sound and how you're going to go delete that because it's just a waste of space. Unfortunately, you could argue that for most of my videos, if not most of both of our videos. So be careful what you call waste of space, mister. Gareth's soccer playing. It sounds like he is evolving as a soccer player. It's always fun when you get to see them making passes, taking passes, scoring, and seeing how they're growing as players. That's cool. I'm glad you're doing that. On the note of football, we were at Taft's last night. I think I told you we were going over there. It actually was a semi-surprise birthday party for Taft. His birthday is not until next week, but his brother and sister-in-law are in town, so they had the party last night. So there were lots of people. One guy I was talking to, his name is David Echelard, and David is a non-religious Gregorian chanter. And as David said, most people who are into Gregorian chant are in a religious order of some sort or affiliated with the church, or the Catholic Church specifically. And but he does a lot of traveling and does a lot of chanting. Actually really has an incredible voice. So we were at Taft's house last night, and I met his brother Hugh, and Hugh gave the toast for Taft's birthday. He said it was a 3-part toast. The first part was to the Welsh team that's playing in Premier League, and I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, I'm sure you know. But he was really funny because he said, and they won their first match, and there was another man named Peter Bagshaw who was there last night. He's English, and Taft, who was standing next to Peter when Hugh makes the first part of this toast, turns to him and says, and yes, they beat the bloody Saxons, which is one of Taft's big things and his sort of big beefs. He doesn't think very highly of the Saxons. And then the second part of the toast was to the Welsh rugby team, which apparently played last night in, did I say rugby team? Welsh rugby team? Who played last night, who were playing Western Samoa in the World Cup, the Rugby World Cup. And then, of course, the third part of the toast was to Taft himself, who turned 62, or turns 62 next week. So you talked about being busy, having gone to the Indian Land Tenure Foundation meeting. Actually, I looked up the ILTF online and read through some of their website, and it obviously, as I'm sure you know, I didn't realize what they were, what they did, but their ever their ongoing struggle with the federal government over Indian lands. Anyway, what kind of presentation were you giving? Let me know. Tell me more about that. Oil your chair, would you? All right, thanks. Either that or you can make more videos without the sound on. That'll be fine too. What does that say? Oh, you ate Oreo. I'm glad. That's very nice. I'm just curious though, was that beef, was it marbled with a cream filling? Because that would be kind of cool. So, Galaxy game. Oh no, tell me more about your statistical analysis. I was fascinated. In fact, what I was going to do was take the laptop with my new tweakers, my little mini speaker, and hook those up and take it down to our bedroom so that we could use your statistical analysis of MLS and the Galaxy as a to get us in the mood. So, yeah. Tell me more about it. I'm fascinated. No, really. Really, I am. Sarah, rejection letter. So, if she's making good money selling books online, why even mess with a standard publisher? Why even go through that route of submittal, rejection, maybe possible, they'll actually take it and print it, but I'm assuming that the money is that much better, that much more worthwhile then to do it that way. Why go through that route? Just instead, can't she build up a name for herself online such that the publisher, regardless of what they think, are going to publish it? So, regardless of what they think, they're going to realize that there's this body of work out there that has this inertia in the online sales, and they're willing to publish it. So, anyway, and I'm curious, did you end up winning that arm wrestling match when you went out for lunch? Or did she go ahead and publish it online? I did look on her website. I don't see it there yet. So, roundup. I'm assuming the roundup's over. You're probably glad about that to have your town back to yourself. Karoo, job, museum. That's good. You said that he had auditioned for the a cappella group at Whitman. Did you say it was called the Tetons? I think that's pretty funny because obviously that's a French slang word for tits. So I think it's really hilarious that he's singing in a men's a cappella group called, boobs. So anyway, the Grand Tetones, I guess they probably call themselves, right? Anyway, did he make it? Did he make it into the group? Let me know. So at that, I'm going to go out and move dirt with my number 2 son, who's number 1 in moving dirt, and I will no doubt receive a video from you in very short order. And until then, I am respectfully yours, Still Dead.